Alright, so as part of my video review series for the lead up to Halloween Kills, here we go with Halloween 2. Alright, so Halloween 2 came out in 1981, and the setting is the same night. We're still in the same October 31st as the original film. This is the aftermath, right? It takes place right after the ending of the first film. So it's one of those sequels where you literally have to watch it back to back. Well, in a way, technically you don't have to, because that doesn't mean a thing anymore since Halloween 2018 came out. But you know, for the sake of the series, it's always good to watch right after the original film, so that way you get the whole complete night of everything that happened on this one night. Now in the original, the story took place on that street between those houses where Laurie and her friends were babysitting. This whole movie takes place pretty much in the hospital where Laurie gets taken. It's like this movie, Laurie is somewhat from the beginning of the film that she kind of just disappears in between. She barely even shows up. It's not really till the end where we see Laurie once again in action with Michael. And also it's not until the end as well where we really get to see some horror and some tension, some suspense build up, because throughout the whole movie it's just, again, it's Michael trying to find Laurie. Mixed in between, we see more of Dr. Loomis definitely in this movie. It's just him and the cops trying to find Michael, trying to looking out throughout the whole neighborhood. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think it was a little bit too much, showing that, okay, how they're just failing miserably at finding Michael. But I really do like how the scenes where they're discovering all these murders that they had no idea about. It took them forever to find people dead. And throughout the film, it also recaps what happened in the first film. We get a lot of exposition of what happened, and then we finally get the reasons why Michael is after Laurie, because in the first one we don't have any information. We just see some crazy dude killing babysitters and that's it. But we actually get the motives and the reasons in this movie. And being that this whole movie takes place in this hospital, we just see like the dumbest hospital staff I have ever seen or you could ever see in a movie. I mean, we have EMTs that flirt with nurses, that flirt with patients, and even the head nurses know about that. And the head nurses are even like, oh, okay, Jimmy, you have 2 minutes, go hurry up and do your thing. Gosh, this must be like the most sexually driven hospital staff I have ever seen. I mean, I'm surprised that the death rate at this hospital is not high. It probably is. We have staff flirting, and then they even go into these rooms where they have hot tubs and they have a jacuzzi, and then they just go in there and make out while people are literally sick in their bed dying. Oh yeah, and the security, we got, of course, the security just will always be distracted when Michael's running through the monitor, where you can see him through the monitor screens, through the security cameras, and how can you miss him? Michael walks like half a mile an hour. But as I mentioned earlier, it's really not until the third act where this movie really picks up, and it's more enjoyable because you have everything for this movie to be creepy. I mean, hospitals are already scary enough, so imagine a hospital at night, a lonely hospital with Michael Myers running through it. Come on, that's genius, that's perfect. Not to mention, this hospital really is lonely. I mean, you barely see any staff, and there's no patients other than Laurie. So I feel like Laurie's the only patient in this hospital. Oh, and let me tell you about the ending. The ending is great. It's one of those endings where it's like it put an end to what was once not the end. I don't know, there's something about that scene where Laurie's just thinking about what just happened, and she's driving off in the back of an ambulance while that song is playing, that Sandman song, that whenever that song plays, you automatically think Michael Myers. But regardless of what it is, I'd still enjoy the sequel, not as much as the first one. You know, it still holds a special place in my heart, and I think for that, I will definitely add it to my collection.
But I need that.
Alright, so if you've seen Halloween Part 2, then go ahead and let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And if you like this video, then smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.